Right, we are here at Maryborough, and it's the last race has been run and won, the On A Streak at Haras, the Trotteurs Vicbred Super Series, and Christopher Lang. I'll go Christopher Lang. It's okay. Dad likes it when I do that. But Chris Lang Jr. joins me after the very, very impressive win of Sassy Galleon, mate. What a nice horse you got.
Yeah, no, actually, the last few years, obviously, we've broken in quite a lot of horses, and we had like Mary's Mac and No Telling Heather and Commodus all sort of come through, plus others. And so I sort of have a bit of a gauge now, because I've been out for a while. And I said to Haley the first day that this one got trotted up in the cart, I said, I think this one's actually goes pretty good. I'd say that it's on par, at least with Mary's Mac. And she's obviously gone on to won nearly 150,000 now. So I was like, oh, we should have some fun. And yeah, she's come out and hasn't put a foot wrong, tries her hardest until she gets to the front too early. Then she'll switch off. But yeah, no, she's been flawless the whole way through, and yeah, good horse. 2 from 2. Nice returns. 2 from 3, sorry. But first up was a nice return to the racetrack. Yeah. Just go back to that. Like, what were your expectations when you'd been out for a while, and that were you expecting to win first up? No, I wasn't, because like you said, I've been out for a long time, so you don't know how much everyone's improved or what you have to do now. They're so even. So I just said, we drew 1 because we had 0 stakes at the time, obviously, so it was a good race for us. And I was just saying on the way in, I said, oh, it was a pretty handy field. Like, I had Sky Flare, a lot of Peter Manning's horses, Cole Marshall's one goes all right. I just said, oh, if we can just run a place, then we can build on that. That's a good result. And yeah, she sat behind the leader and got up the inside, and actually in 1:59, which everyone's like, oh, congrats on the first win or whatever back. And I'm like, no one's making a big enough deal about how good that time is. Because it wouldn't be common at all for a 2-year-old Trotters fillies to break 2 minutes. And I see there was another very good horse today, which has done it over the middle trip. So I've got to worry about that one next week. But yeah, she's went very good first up. She's very professional, very versatile. So yeah, we should have some fun with her.
She's very professional, very versatile. A couple of little kinks in the armour, but something for you to work with, I suppose, is a better way of putting it today. But, yeah, as you said, you've got a lot to work with.
Yeah, no, she's sort of from a good, very strong New Zealand family as well. Goes back to Galleon Sunset, the ultimate Galleon, Kathy Galleon. Yeah, there's heaps. Val Thorns won the Breeders' Crown 2 years ago as well. So a lot of good, strong horses there. Yeah, the only thing that sort of worried me coming up, obviously she's by Angus Hall, and that's sort of a bit of old breeding. We went there because it's sort of a good cross with Dream Vacation. And but I was like, coming up, I was like, these Volsteads are coming out of the ground and whatever, so we're going to run into a few of them. So I was like, I don't know, she might be the best Angus Hall, but is that good enough to beat a Volstead now? You don't know, but yeah, so come out and she hasn't put a foot wrong yet. Like, even her third the other night, she still went 2 minutes in the breeze, ran home in 28.5, and they had to run like 27.5 to beat her. And that they franked the form. Those two. Vetus ran second today, and so did the one of Gary Donaldson's Zarsky. Yeah, he won again 3 in a row now. So the form's been good. Yeah, so on to next week. We just got to. I think we've got 1 horse to worry about.
It's by Aldebaran Eagle too. It's not even a Volstead. And I mean, you've been around. That was a pretty impressive win. I know horses have got better. I don't mean that in a nasty way, but you've seen a lot of. That was first class, wasn't it? That other filly. I don't want to rain on your parade, but yeah.
No, I said to Haley, I watched a trial about 2 or 3 weeks ago and ran. It was off him a bit. Ran home in 55.8 behind Commodus. And I said, I think we're going to have to worry about that one. And after seeing it today, it needs to draw 12, and for everyone to get in its way for us to beat. I think it's it's halfway home.
Oh, I think you've got a bit better chance than that. You might be selling yourself a little bit short. I said that you've been out of the game. How long have you been out of the game, out of curiosity? Well, you've never been out of it, but I mean, as a trainer-driver.
Yeah, I sort of stepped out. I just got sick of it, to be honest. The daily grind and that, you never get paid enough.
Yeah.
But yeah, I sort of stepped out of training, driving the day-to-day, and we had a couple of good race mares at the time, Miss Warbucks and She's an Image, and we just sort of talked about it and decided, we'll sell at the sales. It was when the trotting sale just started. We sort of had some good results there, so we've sort of we're breeding 7 trotting mares this year.
Yep.
So the numbers, our breeding's sort of gone up or whatever, which is good.
She might have pinched a shoe.
Oh yeah, is that the end shoe, is it? But yeah, sort of got into breeding, and then we've actually taken, I think, 16 horses to the sales and sold 15. So this is the only one that's been passed in.
Yep.
And I liked her, and we had a good result later that day with the Love You colt we sold. And so I said to Haley, I said, oh, well, look, I'm getting a bit bored, need a hobby, you might just work this one ourselves. And like I say, yeah, the very first day I trotted up in the cart, yeah, I was wrapped with it, and yeah, she's franked that, so it's good.
You didn't give me a date, like years. How long since?
Oh, years. I've been out, I think I got out in 2015.
So that's 9 years.
Yeah, 9 years. After, I think, Black Tie Lightning went amiss. And then we actually come back in because we had a fast mare, Hot Jane Bling.
Yep.
And we bought Betty Hall and had a daughter of Miss Warbucks at the time that were with other people, and I was like, oh, I'll just have a quick go with them or whatever. I think Josh Aiken had Hot Jane Bling and he was going to go to America or something, and so he said, oh, do you want to take her back or whatnot? And I said, oh yeah, well, I guess yeah, I will. And so Matt Craven had the Miss Warbucks one, so I had to fix him up because I needed a friend to work with. So I ended up with 2, then we bought Betty Hall, so I ended up with 3, but that was about 2017. So even then, it's still been about 5 or 6 years.
Are you glad you come back?
Well,
it's simple at the minute.
it's easy when you're winning. So, but yeah, no, I'm very happy with her. Yeah, I guess the question is, do you keep another one? And no, I at this stage, I'm a seller. I'm there to sell. Come buy my horses.
Yeah, but still, you can still dabble in the odd one or two as they go along. Yeah, you've got your hands full too with the billy lids running around. We've seen 2 of them, I think, just then. But you have got your hands full with that. It's good to have you back. I reckon I might come over and we might sit down for a bit longer chat one day about the evolution. What you have noticed is the difference with the trotters, but as a trotting lover, especially a day like today and Friday night at Geelong as well, with the rest of the Vicbreds there, it's exciting for the trotters and to see such great quality trotters going around.
Yeah, well, it's so even. You used to get, obviously back in the day, you used to get a field like that and you'd have 2 or 3 horses go good and the rest of them would be sort of 30 metres behind. But now you're like your good horses are only winning by a couple of lengths.
And running great times.
Yeah, exactly. And bus having to break the clock to do it. So, yeah, no, it's just very even now. If you get lucky in running, you can nearly get there. You sort of can't, even your good horse, not that I'm driving professionally now, but I search the races and that and see you can't even drive, well, maybe you can drive Just Believe however you want, but your good horses, you can't just put the handlebars down now. You have to conserve energy and whatever still because it's so even. Yeah, and you've got to be in front in the line, not with a lap to go.
Cool little stat I found, well, I actually counted it up, 218 paces gone around in the Vicbred Super Series, 160 trotters. Yeah. Go back in the day, and we'll show our age a little bit, that would never have happened like those stats. They're catching up that quick, the trotters. It's exciting, isn't it? Yeah,
no, it's good. I just hope that, you look at those numbers in Victoria, like, we better, because we'd like a little bit more, you know what I mean, like just another bit of soup or something.
You'll be fine.
Because I think, I haven't seen the homegrown this year. Breeders' Crown's obviously been cop a little haircut. And I sort of think Victoria's sort of the trotting state. So I don't know if maybe they want to, if they need to do some cuts, make it to the paces, because they can go make some bank elsewhere. They got opportunities everywhere. But I'm a trotting person. People are going to have a go at me about that, so whatever.
So am I, so it doesn't matter. Mate, well done. Congratulations, as I said, On A Streak standing at Haras the Trotteurs, harassthetrotteurs.com.au. Always fun to talk to you, Junior. Always good to catch up, and you got to keep these children under control, but well done, mate.
Yeah, no, I'm lucky. Only 2 of them can run at the moment, so the third one is hopefully still half a year away, then I'm after retire again.
Very random as always. Thanks, mate.
Good on you, thanks.